So no real heartbreaking ending this year for the Browns and Ravens. Thursday night football, different day of the week, doesn't matter. Same results for the Browns. Early lead, once again, doesn't matter. I mean, is there any team ever in the history of football that's been worse in the second half? I mean, it seems like in most of their games this year, they've had leads. They've even had leads in the second half in several games. But then, there go, Jamie Collins. Talk about the bright spots tonight. Jamie Collins, early on in the first half especially, he was playing like, he's a Pro Bowl linebacker there. Something the Browns need on defense. They need something. They need anybody to get out there and make some plays. And he made a few plays early tonight. And the touchdown pass from Kessler to DeValve wasn't a bad play. 25-yard touchdown, giving the Browns the lead at that point, 7-3. Then, of course, right before the half, they do allow, thanks to a couple of Browns penalties, they allow the Ravens to get a field goal, making it 7-6, and then that was just the beginning of the end there. 28-7 is the final score. Ravens mix in some touchdown drives in the second half. Obviously, a 2-point conversion there to get it to the even 7 points of score. And the Browns. There's going to be probably a lot of talk about Kessler being benched in place of McCown. But I mean, it seemed to me like if you were going to get the Ravens at all anywhere and get some scores, it's tough to run the ball against them. But where you can get them is throwing the ball downfield, and I don't know if Kessler is just not capable. I don't know if being a young guy, it's not quite there yet. If he's looking for the quickest, easiest routes, but it seemed to me like they just yanked him because he refused to go deep. And then as soon as they put McCown in the Ravens, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, having Kessler, I know there's a lot of people that really support Kessler and are behind Kessler, but I mean, other teams shift their defense when McCown came in the game. I mean, they only needed one safety when Kessler was in the game. So basically, when Kessler's in there, it's just, I mean, their offensive line's already weak. You don't need another excuse for teams to stop the run. And with Kessler in there, it just makes it easier to stop the run. That's what it seemed like to me. We can't get a running game going because Kessler refuses or just can't throw the ball downfield. Or none of our wide receivers can get open. But I don't know. With Terrell Pryor, it seemed like at some point, just throw it, man. Just throw it. I know McCown gets into some trouble throwing some interceptions that way, but look, I'll take an interception over I think Kessler completed 11 passes tonight for 90 yards. 11 passes completed for 90 yards. One of those was a 25-yard touchdown pass, so take that away. What's he got, 10 for about 66 yards there? That's not what I'm looking for, man. Not per completion. Per attempt, it's even worse. His rating always looks decent. He doesn't turn the ball over. So I don't know. I'm sure that'll be the question Hue Jackson gets, over and over and over again. I don't know what his answer will be, but his answer will be, look, Kessler won't throw the ball downfield. I had to put Josh in there because at least he will. Maybe that'll open up the running game. But by that point, where once you're down 21-7, there goes the running game. So it didn't matter. So that's my answer for why was Kessler benched. He can't throw the ball downfield, or he won't throw the ball downfield. And against the Ravens, that was pretty much the Browns' only shot. So he stuck McCown in there. You saw what McCown did back in week 2, right? Long balls, man, playing long ball early and often. Then he gets hurt, and 0-10 now. That was the good news out of tonight's game, though. As much as I would like to have gotten a victory over Baltimore, the boys are 0-10, and 0-16 is looking good, looking real good at this point. I just hope Hue survives the season. I don't know, man. I mean, I still have faith in Coach Jackson. I just think the roster's just not up to standard for an NFL roster. It's not necessarily his fault, but I don't know. The questions are going to be coming. But I think I just answered. I answered it for you, Hue. So Hue, why'd you take Kessler out of the game? Because he fucking sucks. All right, he doesn't fucking suck, but his arm sucks. It's the NFL, man. Got to throw the long ball. Kid can't throw the long ball. Put Josh in there. Let him get picked off at least. So 28-7, final score. Boom. I think Crowell might have had another 10 yards tonight.